ఓకే కదా. మీరు ట్రైపాడ్ తెచ్చిండేది ఎలా ఉందంటే ఇది ఇంత ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా ఉండట్లేదండి. ఓకే. అంటే ఎన్నింటిలో సాల్ట్స్ rock plant. Can you guess the nature of the dog plant, Amma?
Dog plant.
Oh.
Acidic.
Huh?
Acidic in nature. Methanoic acid is methanoic acid.
Methanoic. It is methanoic. 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 Vinegar, which has is present.
Vinegar. Citric acid.
No, acetic acid. Orange, tamarind,
Tartaric acid.
tomato,
Oxalic acid.
sour milk,
Lactic acid.
lemon,
Citric acid.
ant sting,
Methanoic acid.
nettle sting,
Methanoic acid.
solve this one. You are aware of with the pH, no?
Yes.
Huh? Do all bases dissolve in water? Bases.
Bases.
Do all bases dissolve in water? No, they don't dissolve in water. So in the morning we discussed that when you take any acid, when you put two rods like nails, if you connect that nails to the battery, 6-volt battery.
When we pass electricity,
No, not electricity. No need to pass.
the release of H plus ions only give charge to
Bulb. It will glow. Bulb will glow. What happens to an acid or a base in a water solution? Can you reduce the formula? Hi, Preet. Why to punish the students? I don't know. Most of the viewers sending me messages. Please punish karo, punish karo. Kyun? I don't know. My students are very good in studies. Actually, that's why I don't punish them. But thank you for your comment. Keep commenting. good ones when you see any positive in this academy. Okay, thank you. Next, if we see what happens to the acid or a base in a water solution.
This reaction happens. Does reaction happen?
What happens to an acid or a base in a water solution? What happens to base or acid? You have taken in a test tube acid. First, you should not add acid or base. You should take first
Dilution.
water.
That process will call it as dilution.
First, you take the water, then you add drop-wise walls of the container. If you add the acid or base, what happens? It will become dilute. Dilute. Will it heat release or absorb?
Yes, ma'am. It is highly exothermic.
So you have taken 1 gram of solid sodium chloride in the test tube, okay? In a clean test tube, you are adding sulfuric acid to that. Okay, 1 gram. What do you observe?
NaCl plus
H2.
H2SO4. Sodium sulfate. Plus chlorine gas and hydrogen gas will release.
Drops you are adding in the container sulfuric acid.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There was a sodium chloride. Will it evolve any gases?
Yes, ma'am.
What are those gases?
Chlorine and hydrogen.
Here I am not adding any water to the sodium chloride. Okay. So any acid will not release H plus ions. Any acid, when you pour water, then only it will release the H plus ions in dilution. But here I am not adding any water. So H plus ion will not release.
Only chlorine gas.
H2 gas will not evolve. This H2SO4 will not become as H plus and HSO4 minus. Actually, in the morning you wrote SO4 2 minus, na? No. H2, na? So HSO4 minus 2 minus is the ion. This is H plus. Okay, acid means H2SO4 is releasing H plus ions, na? How can you write SO4 2 minus? Where is another H? So always it will dissociate as H plus and HSO4 2 minus.
HSO4 2 minus.
HSO4 minus, sorry. 2 minus will not become minus. 1 plus charge, 1 minus charge. Suppose if this hydrogen also not there means SO4 2 minus. Okay. So like that. Here, when you add HCl to the water HCl, what will be the products? You have taken water. Okay. What will be the products here? It will dissociate as H plus and Cl minus. That H plus will gain this H2O.
Hydrogen and chlorine gas.
H3O plus and Cl minus.
H3O.
Hydronium.
Hydronium is Cl minus.
Cl minus. Okay. So these ions cannot exist alone. So they exist after combining with water only. They exist. So hydrogen ions must be always shown as H plus or hydronium ion. Okay. So when base is dissolved, what will be the product? When acid is dissolved, hydronium ion you are getting.
Yes.
When base is dissolved in water,
OH minus hydroxide ion.
Yes. Na plus. So for potassium hydroxide, if you add water, OH minus ions and K plus. Aqueous, you should write it now here, aqueous. Suppose magnesium hydroxide,
OH taken place. Mg plus 2.
but here it is wrong. OH minus 2 OH minus 2. Here you should keep 2 OH minus aqueous. So bases generally when they dissolve in water, they release the OH minus ions.
Yes.
So those bases which dissolve in water, we call them as alkalis. So all bases do not dissolve in water. Those which dissolve in water, those are called alkalis. So they are to touch, they are soapy, right? And bitter and corrosive also. They are corrosive, like iron. They are corrosive. So you should never touch them, or we should not taste it also. If we check it bitter is there now, we will check it no. If it bitter is there, base it is there, you should not, they may cause harm to our body. So now we know that when acid and base combine, it will form the salt and water. Okay. So this process, whatever it is there, dissolving an acid or a base, dissolving an acid or a base, come here, Cherry. You are at home only.
Yes, ma'am.
You did not come yesterday morning.
Yes,
I took. Acha, you went to church. Huh? He is coming. So you are cooking at home. So here, whatever we are dissolving, na, acids or bases in a water, they are highly exothermic. They are highly exothermic. We have to take care while mixing concentrated nitric acid or sulfuric acid with water. Okay, must always be added slowly. Okay, drop wise only we should add with the stirring. Okay, we should be stirring and drop wise we should add. Simultaneously, both the works should be happen. Hmm? If water added concentrated acid, the heat generated may cause the mixture to splash out. Splash out, okay, and cause the burns also. So that's why the glass container may also break due to the excessive local heating.
Yes, ma'am. Glass.
Okay, look out for the warning sign also on can concentrate sulfuric acid on the bottle of sodium hydroxide petals. So there is a decrease in the concentration of ions. Kada.
When
You may get question from this also, Swati. Here in this para. Uh, so when you are mixing
when we are adding slowly
acid or base,
to the water,
uh,
the
there is a decrease in the concentration of ions.
H plus and OH minus ions.
Why? They are becoming as hydronium ions. H3O plus, na? These ions are forming. H plus ions concentration is decreasing. Okay. Due to formation of the hydronium ion. They may ask one more question whether the increase or decrease. Definitely ions concentration decreases. Okay. Per unit volume. Such process is called dilution. If they ask what is dilution means,
The decrease of hydronium.
mixing an acid or base with water results in the decrease in the concentration of the
Hydronium ions.
concentration. No, concentration of ions, that is H plus ions concentration decreases. No, OH minus ions concentration. They are becoming as H3O plus.
So after dilution, they are becoming hydronium ions.
Oh. So per unit volume, such process is called the dilution. And the acid or a base is said to be diluted. Okay. Why do HCl, HNO3, etc., H2SO4 show acidic characters in aqueous solutions, while solutions of compounds like alcohol, glucose do not show the acidic character?
Because they release H plus ions in the water and ionize completely, and they are with the release of H plus ions, the flow
In aqueous solution means, see, in the water they release H plus ions. Okay, they release H plus ions. Release of H plus ions is nothing but acid. Huh? Loss of H plus ions is nothing but acidic nature, no?
Loss of
H plus ions. They are losing H plus ions, no? So, in case of alcohol, there is no release of H plus ions. In the case of, though there are 6 hydrogens, 12 hydrogens, but it does not release the H plus ions. Why does an aqueous solution of an acid conduct electricity?
release of H plus ions.
In aqueous solution of an acid, flow of H plus ions.
Help the bulb to conduct electricity and glow.
Next. Why does dry HCl gas not change the color of the dry litmus paper? At what time do you come? 3. 3 to 5 is your timing. After 3, I will not allow you.
Ma'am, happy discuss master.
No.
Ma'am, I'm going to village tomorrow.
Next, when will we back?
Sunday. Bye.
Why does an aqueous solution that completed? Why does dry HCl gas not change the color of the dry litmus paper? Because the dry
solution లో కలిస్తేనే కదా మనం H plus ions. When it will mix with solution only, it is able to release H plus ions.
So dry ion HCl will not release the H plus ions. Dry, he does not know the matter. Dry HCl will not release the H plus ions. That's the reason. While diluting an acid, why is it recommended that that the acid should be added to water and not water to acid?
This process is highly exothermic one. So if we add water to acid, it may cause burns. That is why we must take care. We should always add acid to water. By stirring.
Okay. How is the concentration of hydronium ions affect when the solution of an acid is diluted? How is the concentration of hydronium ions affected?
When acid is added to water, hydronium ions are produced, which decreases the concentration of H plus ions.
How is the concentration of hydronium ions affected when a solution of an acid is diluted? The concentration of hydronium ions decreases. The concentration of hydronium ions decreases when acid solution is diluted. This is because the volume of the solution increases, but the number of hydronium ions remains the same. Remains the same. Remember this one. Huh. How strong are acid or a base solutions? We know how acid base indicators can cause the distinguish between the acid or base. Okay, so dilution we have seen decrease in concentration of H plus or OH minus ions in a solution, right? Can we quantitatively find the amount of these ions present in a solution? Quantitatively.
No, how can we find?
Hmm?
How can we find?
Can we judge how strong given acid or base is?
Yes,
How?
using pH scale.
We can do by making use of universal indicators, which is mixture of several indicators. Okay, the universal indicator have the different colors at different concentrations of hydrogens ions in a solution. So, um, what is pH scale, Amma?
It is a universal indicator which helps to classify whether the substances are acidic, basic, or neutral.
You simply can say like this: a scale for measuring hydrogen ions concentration. A scale
For measuring
hydrogen ion concentrations in a solution is called pH scale. Okay. The P in the pH stands for potential, German. Okay. That means power.
power of hydrogen pH.
Concentration of H plus ions. So we have that 0 to 14. Okay. 0 is very acidic, 14 is very alkaline. Okay. So pH should
Lower the pH value is strong acid.
strong acid. pH should be thought of simply as a number which indicates the acidic or basic nature of the solution. Higher the hydronium ions concentration, lower the pH value. Lower the pH. Lower the pH value means more acidic. Okay. Simply you can logically think when the H plus ions are decreasing means hydronium ions are more, no? More hydronium ions concentration, lower the pH value. Lower the pH value. Next, pH neutral solution is 7. Okay. Values less than 7 on pH scale represent the
Acid.
pH value increases from 7 to 14. Represents the increase of OH minus ions concentration. That is increasing in the strength of the alkali. Generally, paper impregnated with the universal indicator that is measuring pH. We have the one paper like to measure the nature. Saliva will have how much on the it will show the
It is acidic only. I don't know the approximate.
it is basic.
Saliva.
Saliva is basic 7.4. Saliva. Color of the saliva on pH paper. Light green color it will give.
Neutral number.
It is 6.2 to 7.6.
It is
Saliva is acidic or basic in nature? Slightly acidic. Slightly acidic. Slightly acidic. 5.6 to 7.9. Salivary glands, it will secrete before meal.
Before meal,
Saliva before meal, pH value.
before meal acidic ma'am. After meal basic అనుకుంటా కొంచెం.
Before meal వచ్చేసి 6.2 and 7.6. 6.2 to 7. It is acidic to neutral actually. 6.2 to 7.6. The average we can say 6.7. 6.7 average we can take. After meal వచ్చేసి 5.8. 5.8.
ఆఫ్టర్ మీలే ఇంకా అసిడిక్ ఉంటుందా మ్యామ్?
ఆఫ్టర్ మీలే అసిడిక్ ఉంటుంది. What is colorless lemon juice అమ్మా?
లెమన్
Juice approximate pH value 0.0. 2.0. Acidic కదా, మోస్ట్ acidic.
అండ్ సిట్రిక్ యాసిడ్ వీక్ యాసిడ్ అంటారు కదా మరి. సిట్రిక్ యాసిడ్ వీక్ యాసిడ్ అంటారు కదా మరి. స్ట్రాంగ్ యాసిడ్ అంటారు.
Colorless aerated drink approximate pH value 3 to 4. It is also acidic. Carrot juice approximate pH value. It is 6. Saliva before meal acidic or basic?
Before meal.
Before meal.
Basic. Acidic.
It is acidic to neutral 6.2 that. Coffee approximate pH value.
Coffee. Acidic.
Acidic one. 4.85 to 5. 5.1. Tomato juice approximate pH value.
Acidic.
Acidic only. Approximately how much you will get? 4.1 to 4.6. Acidic in nature. Tap water approximate pH value.
7. 7 or
6.
6.1 to 6.9.
6.5 to 8.5.
Slightly acidic, slightly basic. Slightly acidic, slightly basic.
6.5 to 8.5. Pure water is neutral. Pure, remember that one. Pure water. Pure water neutral. 7. 1 molar sodium hydroxide. 1 molar sodium hydroxide approximate pH value.
Strong base.
That is 13. We'll have 13.
13.
1 molar means 13. One molar HCl. 1 molar HCl approximate pH value. 0. నువ్వే చూపించిండే సుప్రీత్. రాగానే వాడికి నువ్వు అట్రాక్ట్ చేసావు, వాడి దగ్గరకు వచ్చాడు. అయిపోయింది, ఒక్కసారి చూపిస్తే వాడి కళ్ళు పడ్డాయి, అయిపోతుంది ఇంకా. ఇటు వచ్చే షణ్ముఖ, ఇటు వచ్చేసి ఇంకా ఇటు వచ్చాను సుప్రీత్. నువ్వు ఇటు రా స్వాతి, ఇక్కడ కూర్చుని రా స్వాతి, సేపు డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. ఇటు వచ్చేవి. ఇంకోటి తెద్దాం దా, ఇక్కడ ఇంకోటి తెద్దాం. తాగకూడదు, అది జలుబు చేస్తుంది. డస్ట్బిన్లో వేసేనా సుప్రీత్? అదా అదా ఇక్కడ షణ్ముఖ దాయికర. షణ్ముఖ వద్దులే కదా, వద్దు, కోల్డ్ చేస్తుంది మొద్దు. ఇట్రా షణ్ముఖ, రాయికర. అదా ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి నాన్న వచ్చిన తర్వాత కంప్లైంట్ చేద్దాం. నాన్నకి అన్న జంక్ ఫుడ్ తింటున్నాడని చెప్తాం, ఓకేనా? లేదు 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 తల్లి, నాన్న సుప్రీత్ వాళ్ళ నాన్న చూస్తున్నాడు. నాన్న కట్టు తీసుకొని కొడతాడు, సరేనా? కొడతాడు. షణ్ముఖకి ఇవ్వకుండా తాగుతావా నువ్వు అని. లేదు లేదు లేదు, ఫోన్ చేస్తావా? సౌండ్ తగ్గించుకో, ఓకేనా? ఇటు వచ్చానన్నా సుప్రీత్, ఇటు వచ్చాను. అమ్మా సౌండ్
స్టిక్ మంగా అని పెడతారు, పనిష్మెంట్ తర్వాత.
మెసేజ్ మనం రిప్లై చెక్ అవుతుంది.
మనిషికి ఉంటుంది.
నా బంగారు కదా ఇంకా చూద్దాం. ఇక్కడ కింద బటన్. థ్యాంక్ యూ బంగారు. సో pH ఓకే అమ్మా, యు ఆర్ క్లియర్ విత్ pH సుప్రీత్?
Yes.
యూ స్వాతి, యు ఆర్ క్లియర్ నో? Say the common salt preparation, Supreet. How do you prepare?
NaOH plus HCl.
With diagram you explain in the rough notebook.
Common salt diagram.
Preparation large scale, we prepare the sodium hydroxide. No?
Right.
It is 40 minutes. We will again start.